As mayor, I'll call this meeting to order with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. What?
Murder. Parker absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zukasar. Here. Zukas W.
Is there a motion to excuse Parker?
I'll make that motion.
Or non-agenda items from the site? I'm sorry.
Parker absent. Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zukasar. Yes. Zukas W.
Yeah.
Martyr.
Yes.
Non-agenda items, Mr. Williams,
Yes,
you have the floor.
okay, thank you. I didn't know how many council people were gonna be here today, some things, so I was trying to get maybe, that you could share, okay? I didn't put enough, I'm sure, so I need to keep one so I can know where I'm coming from. Okay, this is about the speed bump that's over here on Pratt Road, okay, and the damage that it caused to my Kia. Now, I talked to Mr. Dunsmore, okay, and when I described the bump on Pratt Road, he said, oh, you mean the speed bump that's on between the parks? And I said, yes, that's correct. And then when I talked to him further, a few minutes beyond it, he referred me to a man named Larry Wilson. And when I called Larry Wilson, he referred to it as the speed bump on Pratt Road between the parks, like it's known as the speed bump. Okay. Now, I didn't know that you would, I was almost assured that you couldn't have a speed bump on a public road. But I was wrong. You are. A city is allowed to have a speed bump on a road. And if I could, let's see, on the very last page, I'm just going to refer to the liability of the city, okay? And it's called general liability, and it's from a Federal Highway Administration and Institute of Transportation Engineers. And I've outlined this down at the bottom. It says governmental functions that are discretionary are generally immune from tort claims under the sovereign immunity. But functions that are ministerial generally are not. And the discretion functions are those that involve a choice among valid alternatives, which is you chose to put a speed bump out there instead of a hump. Okay, a hump is approximately 20 feet long and about 5 or 6 inches high. It's a gradual up and down. You chose to put a speed bump, which I went over and measured it, and it's exactly what a speed bump would be. And you chose not to use the speed strips, which are about 1 inch high, and they range from 10 or 12, just to slow people down in the area. Okay. Now the report gives the examples of discretionary, which you are immune from any tort. Okay. The discretionary decision is to spend public funds on traffic calming to install one set measures versus another, and to design a measure for one speed versus another. You're fine with that. Now the ministerial functions is the problem that you have, okay? And they include the duty to warn motorists of a calming measures that require slowing down. There is no warning there. There's no signs on one side, there is no signs on another. And also it maintains the measure of the safe conditions. I personally, if I drove a motorcycle, which I don't, if I hit that speed bump doing 25 miles an hour, which the speed limit is, I might wreck my bike. And if I had a passenger on it, I certainly might crash. Okay. Now the third one is, this is another part that certainly comes within your, the ministerial part. And that is to construct measures according to design specifications, which you did. I'm not saying you, but they designed it to be a speed bump. Now, on the, let's see, the page before, here's a part from the page before. It says, the maximum comfortable speed for crossing a speed bump is about 5 miles per hour. and they are usually only appropriate for parking lots, private roads, and some low-speed residential streets. But you have this at a 25-mile-an-hour zone. And that's what causes the damage to vehicles. There's no warning sign on either side going east or west. And it is a speed bump. It's not a hump. It's not the strips. It fits the exact specifications of what the people from the Federal Highway Administration and the Institute of Transportation Engineers, they designed these, they came down with these certain criteria to meet certain things. And it's designed to be a speed bump, but it's dangerous. And it caused $700 worth of damage to my vehicle because it broke both struts in my Kia. I got an estimate from your mechanic right over here.
Just so you know, you got 1 minute left.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know I had time limit, but that's okay.
It's on the sheet.
Okay. All right, but it won't take another minute. I don't want to take you to court. I really don't. Okay. It's the last thing I want to do. But here are it's an estimate that I put out there. Okay. And driving I'm going to use the car for the next 2 weeks. The next time you guys have another meeting is 2 weeks. And you can either write me a letter to tell me that you have declined to pay the cost, or I can come back in 2 weeks and you can tell me to my face. Either way, it's okay with me. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
John, you didn't fill out a sheet, right?
No.
I was going to send your issue to the DPW committee. You all right with that?
I'm sorry, can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
I'm assuming you're here not just to watch the meeting, right?
No.
You know, we haven't gotten the final paperwork or anything, so I'm not sure exactly what you wanted to go into. Is there a problem?
Well, did you get the email today?
Today, no.
No, we didn't. No, because my printer wasn't
Did
working.
you get the email from?
I got a text message saying that Jeff Kern wanted to talk to me while I was up north. I just got back into town, and I've not spoken to Jeff since.
Do you receive emails when they were sent here? Or do you have a private email that is best to send it to?
No, I sent it here.
Do you have a private email?
I did. It's on my card. I gave you my card.
That's not on your card.
Sure it is. It's on my card. My email's on my card.
But that's to here.
No.
Okay, the one I have is to here.
He gets the ones from here.
I get the ones here anyways.
Okay.
Do you want me to set up a committee meeting?
If you think we need to.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the city of Memphis. Email's on here.
Oh, I know, I have that one, but I need your private one to go right to you. And where is,
I don't have, I don't do
you have
any.
a cell?
Huh?
You have a cell?
Yeah, 586-665-8152.
How long has that speed bump been down there? 20 years.
At least that.
Are we gonna do anything
Right
else?
there for the baseball field. Kids.
Well, I might as well just email you, Eric.
All right, sounds good.
And you can let me know what to set up. or
Sure.
whatnot. Okay,
Yeah, just call me.
all right. Well, I do.
Hmm?
Is texting better or not?
Well, I don't have cell service up north, so.
Okay, all right. So texting
Texting's
is not a
fine.
problem?
No, not at all. That's great,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep, I'll resend that email to your private email.
Okay.
Don't text me though, call me. I don't text either, okay?
Have a good day, everyone.
See ya. City administration, Donna? Nothing? Bart?
Well, I'd like to report a water main break that occurred on Memorial Day, if nobody, or I know a few people's aware of it.
We're really aware of it. 6,000 something.
$6,255, and that's not including our.
It's cheap.
our
That's cheaper than
city.
I thought it was gonna be.
It was right where I thought it would be.
So you get your
somewhere.
wages in there?
I kinda coughed a little.
But I did have one man from DPW that was paid double time that day. So, approximately 11 hours on top of that.
That's it?
That's it.
Thank you. there any amendments to the agenda? If not, I'll take a motion to adopt.
Oh, you can take that one off. Here.
Oh, yeah, I guess we'll get rid of the business of the month. H.
H.
We'll get rid of H. Can I get a motion to adopt as amended?
I'll make a motion to adopt it as amended.
Support.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W,
Yep.
Martyr,
Yes.
Parker absent.
Is there any questions about the minutes from May 17th and the special meeting on the 23rd? If not, I'll take a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the regular meeting minutes of May 17th and the special meeting minutes of May 23rd as presented.
What?
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W, Martyr,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider.
Yes. Approval of May disbursement report, $81,113.96, and electronic wire transfers of $7,015.06.
I'll make a motion that we approve the disbursements report for $81,113.96 and the electronic wire transfers of $7,015.06.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W,
Yeah.
Martyr,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Can I get a motion to place the communications on file?
I'll make that motion.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W,
Yeah.
Martyr,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Dear Mayor Schneider and Council, a few years ago, the city of Memphis donated the Macomb and St. Clair County tax records from the late 1800s through the mid-1940s to the Memphis Historical Society. Those documents have been very helpful in tracing home, business, and property ownership for genealogy and Memphis history research. The Memphis Historical Society is requesting the donation of further records from where the originals left off through the 1960s or as recent as the city deems appropriate. This will allow us to continue our research to give us a better understanding into the development of our town. Thank you, Anita Lewinsky, Memphis Historical Society. So we have,
I can have to her about it already.
oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's well something, right?
Yeah, I guess they have none,
Right.
so,
You never know,
yeah. If they show up in the future.
of course. The police department union contract. So I met with Tom Shearer from the POAM and Terry, our police officer is still on duty, and they would like to extend the contract for 1 year with no changes.
Sounds good.
Anybody have any questions? Not, I'll take a motion.
You said that there's no changes?
No, we're just extending it 1 year. The same as it is now. That was my understanding.
Why, you see something on there?
I thought it was a 50-cent raise. But that's what it already
No,
is.
that's already,
That's already what it is.
I'll make a motion to accept the contract to extend for 1 year.
I'll support it.
Martyr,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukas W.
Yeah.
Fiscal year 2016-17 smart contract. Jeff?
Sure.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I've just got a brief report on kind of total smart ridership for the last year. In Memphis, we had 449 riders here in Memphis. We are requesting, $2,400 again in smart funds. I think that's the same amount we requested for the last as many years as I can recall. And really, that's the extent of the service. The service continues to operate 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. So we also have some folks that ride what we call the shuttle from here in Memphis. That's kind of the numbers you see there at the far end of the report, where it says about 5,000 people a year ride that. And that's a vehicle that starts up here in Memphis and actually terminates down at 23 Mile Road and then makes the return trip. It runs just like a line haul bus, if you will, where it picks up people along the way and then gets them down there to the 23 Mile Road area where they can go a whole lot of different directions on the big buses from that point.
For people who maybe don't know, they just call, right?
Yep, you just have to call call our scheduling office for a ride. Really, the rides are open to anyone because it's public transportation. Most of the people that tend to use it are seniors and disabled, folks that don't have other ways to get to work for one reason or another. But really, anybody literally can use it because it is public transportation funds. It's paid for with the millage that that residents of Macomb County pay to SMART. So they pay, if you live in the Macomb County side of Memphis, you pay about 1 mil to SMART on your tax bill.
Jeff, I know you told me once it was 18, then you told me it was 2,400.
Oh, I'm talking about the smart dollars now, not the EMS. The EMS is 18.
Yeah, okay.
We have both items on the agenda.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so the smart is unchanged
Yeah.
from last year. The EMS contract would be the next item on the agenda, I think, is 1,800.
Any questions?
When you pick up for the seniors, for their like the dinner and stuff in town, where does that fall on this?
It falls under your
Our Memphis?
Yeah, under your Memphis report.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, if we're picking up folks to bring up to the senior dinner. Generally, I think it's just been a couple of people or whatever. That's fine, by the way. It just means those aren't big numbers because only people are riding.
Can I get a motion?
Yeah, you need a motion.
I can do it,
Okay, that's always waiting for you guys. I'll make a motion that we approve the municipal credit and community credit contract for fiscal year 2017.
Support.
Parker, absent Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Tukasar.
Yes.
Dukas W.
Yes.
Martyr.
Yes.
And now the EMS contract. Jeff, anything?
No, not really, Mr. Mayor. The contract amount for this year is $1,800. I did include, if you turn past the page that's got the SMART report on it, you'll see that I ran the last 12 months from 6/1/2015 to 6/1/2016 as far as EMS responses just within your community. One of the things that always interests me maybe the most with these reports is if you look to under disposition, you see the number of patients that get transported really to the hospital with no lights and siren. That doesn't mean that they don't have an emergency, by the way. That simply means that we're able to provide a stabilizing care before we take them, into the hospital. So while you see the ambulances come into town frequently with the lights and siren on, you probably don't see them leave town all too often with the lights and siren on. So that's a very positive thing. Over the past 12 months, we've had 102 EMS runs here into your community, and our average response time is 5.5 or about 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, that's better than most big towns, if you will. So to have that kind of response in a small community like this is really exceptional, actually.
So most of the time, you're just driving through town.
Yeah.
You didn't stop.
Yeah, the guys aren't far away down at school section, and they're up here eating pretty frequently as well, right in the community. So.
Do we have any questions? Can I get a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the 2016-2017 Richmond Lennox EMS contract.
Support.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Tukasar.
Yes.
Dukas W.
Yes.
Martyr.
Yes.
Parker absent.
Okay, municipal aid agreement. This is pretty standard. I wish Justin was here to answer your questions. Anybody have any questions on?
This is kind of just normal.
Good.
This is for,
This is a law enforcement.
this is for the police.
Police department.
Yeah, but he knows a little bit more about the mutual aid.
Oh,
than I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I see that, okay.
They say we do it every year, so
Right,
I have to
absolutely.
do it.
There's no question, I'll take a motion to sign this contract.
I'll make a motion that we approve the contract with St. Clair County Criminal Justice Association mutual aid agreement, and the mayor sign it.
Support.
Stutes,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W,
Yeah.
Martyr,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider.
Yes. We got a bill from Sand Lake Medical Services. This is for one of our new trainees, EMT, basic course, full tuition. Any questions? That'll take a motion.
I make a motion that we pay the invoice from Sand Lake Medical Services for $650.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W,
Yes.
Martyr,
Yes.
Parker absent, Schneider,
Yes.
Stutes.
What?
Did you vote?
Yeah, I said yes.
Yes. Oh.
You all set? Oh, I'm sorry. From the mayor. So, unfortunately, I was not here for the Memorial Day parade, but I heard it was great, and I hope everybody had a good time. We did have a small problem in the morning here, and trying to figure out where to line everybody up to get going, but luckily, things seem to work out pretty good, and so that's great. Just want to let everybody know this Wednesday is Talent by the River with Parks and Rec. We're going to have a band down there, and it'll be every Wednesday from now until August. We'll have something going on.
Music, I think, is the first one.
That was last week.
Is that last week?
It's gotten the year or something, double years.
So yeah, come on down. It should be a good time. And I know last year we had some pretty good crowds, and hopefully this year will be even better success. That's all I have. Kirk?
It was a fairly exciting weekend last weekend, with losing the power and having the water main break. I definitely got to know the DPW and the inner workings a little bit more firsthand, so.
By the way, I'd really like to thank you for your help. Kurt was there the majority of the day, assisting. You guys appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome, so. That's all I got.
Larry?
I just wanted to, I have to apologize, I don't know the Girl Scouts group number, but I want to thank them for putting in the flowers down at the city park.
Well, they did a very nice job.
And they do a good job every year, and they did a very good job again this year, so I want to thank them and appreciate their help.
Robbie?
No, I was just wondering, are we addressing what that gentleman had to say, or what's gonna be done, anything gonna be talked about, or just wait 2 weeks till he comes back and asks for an answer, and we all look at him like, I don't know.
Well, that's why we just-
I guess I'll get legal advice and then let you know what we
Okay,
should do.
that's good to know. All right, I was just kind of curious about that. That's all I have.
Scott? Bill?
No.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion is adjourned. I'm John.